Hello and welcome to Deep Dives with Smart Bookworms. I'm Claire, your virtual book guru host for today's show. Join me and Amanda, my co-presenter and fellow virtual book guru, as we dive deep into recently released books from authors you love to read. In today's episode, we'll be diving deep into a deep dive for Now or Never by Janet Evanovich, the latest Stephanie Plum novel from #1 New York Times bestseller and the most popular mystery writer alive, the New York Times. So let's dive deep into today's deep dive, Janet Evanovich's Now or Never.
Part 1, Summary of Now or Never by Janet Evanovich. This book focuses on Stephanie Plum, a bounty hunter working in Trenton, New Jersey. As the story opens, she finds herself engaged to two very different men, Joe Morelli, a reliable police detective, and Ranger, a mysterious security expert. Stephanie is assigned to track down various individuals who have skipped bail, encountering a series of eccentric characters like Eugene Fleck, a suspected thief dubbed Robin Hoodie, for stealing from affluent neighborhoods and redistributing the goods to the poor. He insists on his innocence, claiming his fingerprints were found on the hijacked UPS truck because he stopped to help the driver who was having car trouble. Bruno Jug, a wealthy businessman facing tax evasion charges, whose encounters with Stephanie are often fraught with tension. Jerry Bottles, an older man apprehended for indecent exposure. Zoran, a laundromat manager accused of biting a woman and claiming to be a vampire. This case escalates dramatically when Stephanie and her partner, Lula, discover a dead woman in Zoran's laundromat. The investigation into Zoran becomes a major plotline, intertwining with Stephanie's personal dilemmas. While the police are skeptical about the vampire claim, Lula firmly believes it, drawing parallels to characters from the show Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The search for Zoran takes Stephanie and Lula to various locations. Zoran's parents' house, Stephanie and Lula attempt to gather information, with Lula feigning dizziness to gain entry. Lucky Linda's bar. They attempt to track down an acquaintance of Zoran's known as Goofy. Sergei's house. They question Zoran's uncle, who maintains his nephew's innocence. Convinced Zoran is responsible for several disappearances and potentially the laundromat murder, Stephanie and Lula intensify their efforts to locate him, using a combination of traditional investigative methods and Lula's intuition. Their efforts are hampered by the fact that Bruno Jug has been kidnapped, adding another layer of complication to Stephanie's already chaotic life. While dealing with the Jug situation, Stephanie continues to pursue leads on Zoran, learning that he may be hiding out at his lawyer's vineyard on Long Island. However, before she can investigate further, Ranger informs her that he has information about Zoran's whereabouts in Trenton and offers to assist with the capture. With Ranger's help, Stephanie apprehends Zoran, discovering that he has been keeping Julie Worley captive. It is revealed that Zoran is not a true vampire, but rather a deranged individual obsessed with vampirism. In a dramatic showdown, Zoran attempts to lure Stephanie into a trap using Bruno Jug's dog, Mr. Big. Thinking quickly, Stephanie uses a command word she previously used with Mr. Big, causing the dog to attack Zoran, giving her the opportunity to subdue him. The book concludes with the resolution of several key plot points. Zoran is arrested, and Julie Worley is reunited with her family. The true identity of Robin Hoodie is revealed, adding a surprising twist to the story. It turns out that Eugene Fleck, the man initially suspected of being Robin Hoodie, is actually orchestrating the elaborate heists with the help of several accomplices. His motivation? He wanted to help the homeless and expose the flaws in security systems while having some fun. Stephanie finally chooses between Morelli and Ranger, opting for the stability and familiarity of her relationship with Morelli. The book ends on a light-hearted note, highlighting the normalcy of Stephanie's family life amidst the chaos of her professional life. Even with a vampire hunter and a notorious criminal mastermind in her life, Stephanie's world still revolves around Sunday dinners and her upcoming wedding to Morelli.
Part 2. Let's discuss bounty hunting within the book. The book offers a fictional portrayal of bounty hunting through the experiences of Stephanie Plum, a fugitive apprehension agent working for her cousin's bail bonds business. Bounty hunting is presented as a means of ensuring that individuals who have been released on bail return for their court appearances. When a person, bondee, fails to appear in court, they are considered a failure to appear, or FTA. The bail bondsman who posted the bond is then financially liable for the full amount of the bail unless the FTA is returned to custody. This is where bounty hunters, also known as bail enforcement agents, come in. They are hired to locate and apprehend these FTAs, bringing them back to jail to face their charges. Stephanie's work involves tracking down a variety of FTAs, ranging from relatively harmless individuals to potentially dangerous criminals. The book highlights some of the challenges and dangers inherent in bounty hunting, including dealing with uncooperative or violent individuals. Stephanie often faces resistance and even physical altercations in the course of her work. For example, when apprehending Eugene Fleck, Stephanie needs to physically prevent him from closing the door on her and Lula in order to take him into custody. The novel also touches on the financial aspect of bounty hunting. Stephanie is paid on commission, receiving a fee only when she successfully captures an FTA. This creates a strong incentive for her to actively pursue her targets. The narrative suggests that bounty hunters have certain legal privileges in pursuing FTAs. Stephanie notes that because Zoran Georgievich signed a waiver when he obtained his bail bond, she is legally permitted to forcibly enter a building if she believes he is inside. This highlights the unique legal position bounty hunters occupy, as they are granted powers beyond those of ordinary citizens in order to fulfill their role in the criminal justice system. The story depicts the often chaotic and unpredictable nature of the job. Stephanie's cases often involve unexpected turns and unforeseen complications. For example, her attempt to apprehend Eugene Fleck is derailed when they encounter a crowd of homeless people who recognize him as Robin Hoodie and block their way. The book, while fictional, provides insight into the world of bounty hunting, showcasing its risks, challenges, and the unique skills required to succeed in this profession.
Part 3. Stephanie Plum and Romantic Relationships, a Balancing Act. The novel, excerpts from Janet Evanovich's novel Now or Never, showcases the complexities of romantic relationships through the protagonist, Stephanie Plum. She is caught between two vastly different men, Joe Morelli, a steady and reliable police detective, and Ranger, a mysterious and dangerous security expert. This creates a central conflict for Stephanie as she grapples with choosing between stability and excitement. Stability versus excitement. Morelli embodies stability and familiarity. He represents a traditional, comfortable life that Stephanie sometimes yearns for. Ranger, on the other hand, represents excitement and passion. He's the forbidden fruit, a challenge that constantly pulls at Stephanie's adventurous side. Stephanie's ambivalence. The book emphasizes Stephanie's difficulty committing fully to either man, highlighted by her sort of acceptance of both marriage proposals. This indecisiveness isn't portrayed as malicious, but rather as a genuine struggle to reconcile her conflicting desires. Impact on Stephanie's life. The pressure of choosing between these relationships weighs heavily on Stephanie, affecting her work and personal life. She often finds herself caught between her chaotic professional world and her desire for a stable, loving relationship. Reactions of other characters. The reactions from other characters emphasize the seriousness of Stephanie's dilemma. Lula, usually boisterous, is rendered speechless. Connie, known for her religious devotion, makes the sign of the cross. This underscores the gravity of Stephanie's situation, even within the humorous context of the novel. External pressures. The story suggests that societal expectations also play a role in Stephanie's struggle. Her family eagerly anticipates a traditional wedding with Morelli, further complicating her internal conflict. Ultimately, the book leaves the reader questioning whether true stability is attainable for someone like Stephanie, who thrives on excitement and adventure. The choice. Despite her initial hesitation, Stephanie eventually chooses Morelli, opting for the familiarity and security he offers. This decision isn't presented as a definitive happy ending, but rather as a realistic choice within the context of Stephanie's character. Lingering doubts. Even after marrying Morelli, the presence of Ranger continues to loom over Stephanie. The ending hints that their connection might not be entirely severed, leaving the future of Stephanie's romantic life open-ended. This novel, through the lens of humor and suspense, provides a nuanced exploration of romantic relationships. They highlight the challenges of balancing personal desires with external pressures and the often messy process of finding one's place in the world.
Part 4. Let's talk about mob investigations in Now or Never. Excerpts from Now or Never by Janet Evanovich offer a glimpse into the world of organized crime investigations through the character Bruno Jug, a wealthy produce distributor with suspected mob ties. While the novel focuses primarily on Stephanie's bounty hunting adventures, the subplot involving Bruno provides insight into the complex dynamics between law enforcement, the legal system, and organized crime. Bruno Jug and his activities. Although Bruno's exact criminal activities are never explicitly detailed in the novel, they hint at a history of involvement in serious offenses. Lula mentions that Bruno has faced charges for racketeering, a crime often associated with organized crime, and his file includes mentions of narcotics trafficking, extortion, and murder for hire. This suggests that Bruno operates within a criminal underworld, potentially wielding considerable power and influence. Tax evasion charges. In Now or Never, Bruno is specifically pursued for tax evasion, a common tactic used by law enforcement to target high-profile criminals when direct evidence of other crimes is difficult to obtain. This highlights the challenges authorities face when attempting to prosecute individuals involved in organized crime, as they often employ sophisticated methods to conceal their illicit activities. Connections and influence. The book suggests that Bruno has cultivated a network of connections that enable him to evade justice. His ability to secure release on bail despite facing serious charges, his association with a lawyer who owns a vineyard, and his entourage of armed guards all point to a level of power and influence that extends beyond the reach of ordinary citizens. Stephanie's interactions with Bruno. Stephanie's encounters with Bruno and his associates showcase the potential dangers involved in dealing with organized crime figures. While her objective is simply to apprehend Bruno for failing to appear in court, she finds herself navigating a complex web of loyalties and potential threats. Lula's insights. Lula, Stephanie's partner, often provides humorous commentary that sheds light on the realities of mob life. Her remark that Bruno don't sound like a lot of fun underscores the dangerous nature of the individuals Stephanie deals with. Additionally, Lula's fascination with the glamorous aspects of mob life, as depicted in movies and TV shows, contrasts with the often brutal reality of organized crime. The role of the bail bond system. The novel implicitly critiques the bail bond system, suggesting that it can be exploited by individuals with significant financial resources, like Bruno, to avoid accountability. The fact that he has a tab with Vinny and can easily secure bail despite his history of serious charges raises questions about the fairness and effectiveness of the system. The larger context. While the specifics of Bruno's case are fictional, they reflect real-world concerns about the influence of organized crime and the challenges of bringing powerful criminals to justice. The novel touches upon themes of corruption, witness intimidation, and the difficulties of gathering sufficient evidence to secure convictions. The book, through the lens of a humorous crime novel, provides a glimpse into the world of mob investigations, highlighting the complexities and dangers inherent in this line of work. The story emphasizes the challenges faced by law enforcement in combating organized crime, while also exploring the human element of those involved, both on the side of the law and within the criminal underworld.
Part 5. Family Dynamics in Now or Never. The excerpts from Janet Evanovich's Now or Never portray a variety of family dynamics, ranging from the close-knit but quirky relationships within Stephanie Plum's immediate family to the more dysfunctional interactions within other families she encounters in her work as a bounty hunter. The novel uses humor to explore these dynamics, highlighting both the strengths and weaknesses of familial bonds. Stephanie's family, close and supportive. Stephanie's relationship with her parents and Grandma Mazur is portrayed as close and supportive, despite their eccentricities. They regularly gather for meals, particularly Sunday dinners, and offer each other emotional support, even amidst chaos and disagreements. Grandma Mazur's influence. Grandma Mazur plays a significant role in Stephanie's life, offering unsolicited advice and often inserting herself into Stephanie's personal and professional affairs. While her meddling can be frustrating, it stems from a place of love and concern. Open communication. Despite occasional tensions, the family maintains open communication, often discussing personal matters frankly, even those considered taboo. This openness contributes to a sense of closeness and trust, even when they disagree. Traditional values. The family adheres to certain traditions, like Sunday dinners and holiday gatherings, which reinforce their bond and provide a sense of stability in Stephanie's otherwise chaotic life. Humor and quirks. The family's interactions are often humorous, marked by quirky personalities and witty banter. This lighthearted approach allows the novel to explore serious topics, like aging, marriage, and career choices, without becoming overly sentimental. Other families. The Flecks. The Fleck family, particularly Eugene's parents, are depicted as caring and supportive, even as they struggle to understand their son's unusual behavior. Mrs. Fleck's hospitality and willingness to invite Stephanie and Lula to dinner demonstrates a warmth and openness that contrasts with the more guarded nature of other families in the novel. The Georgievichs, Zoran Georgievich's parents, Pat and Leo, are portrayed as loving and protective, even after their son's involvement in a murder. Their unwavering belief in his innocence and their willingness to offer explanations for his unusual behavior highlight the complexities of family loyalty. The Worleys. The Worleys, having lost their daughter Julie under mysterious circumstances, represent the devastating impact of loss on a family. Mrs. Worley's grief and lingering hope for Julie's return underscore the emotional toll of such tragedies. The Zells. Zachary Zell and his extended family demonstrate the challenges of multi-generational households and the stresses of childcare. Zach's struggle to manage his grandchildren in the absence of their parents showcases the difficulties of balancing family responsibilities with personal commitments. The families in Now or Never serve not only as a backdrop for Stephanie's adventures, but also as a lens through which to examine the complex dynamics of love, loyalty, and dysfunction within the context of family relationships. The novel suggests that families, in all their various forms, play a crucial role in shaping individual lives, providing both support and challenges along the way.
Part 6. Unmasking. Robin Hoodie, a mystery in Now or Never. The excerpts from Janet Evanovich's Now or Never present a captivating mystery surrounding the identity and motivations of Robin Hoodie, a modern-day vigilante who captures the attention of Trenton. While initially appearing as a simple porch pirate, Eugene Fleck quickly becomes the prime suspect in Robin Hoodie's escalating criminal activities. However, as Stephanie investigates, doubts arise, leading to a deeper exploration of the Robin Hoodie phenomenon and the possibility of multiple individuals involved. The rise of Robin Hoodie, from porch pirate to vigilante. Robin Hoodie begins as a seemingly harmless porch pirate, stealing packages from doorsteps. However, he quickly evolves into a more daring figure, hijacking a UPS truck and distributing its contents to a homeless community. This act catapults Robin Hoodie into the local spotlight, blurring the lines between criminal activity and acts of generosity. Public perception. The public's reaction to Robin Hoodie is largely positive, with many viewing him as a hero for helping those in need. This favorable perception further complicates the investigation, as potential witnesses are reluctant to cooperate with law enforcement. Robin Hoodie's methods. The Robin Hoodie operation becomes increasingly sophisticated, involving a network of collaborators, including videographers and drone operators, who document and share his exploits online. This suggests a level of planning and organization that goes beyond the capabilities of a lone individual. Eugene Fleck, the prime suspect, circumstantial evidence. While Eugene's fingerprints are found on the hijacked UPS truck, he consistently denies involvement in Robin Hoodie's activities. Stephanie initially finds his denials unconvincing, especially given the evidence found in his apartment, including video equipment and empty cardboard boxes. Conflicting evidence. As Stephanie investigates further, she discovers inconsistencies that cast doubt on Eugene's guilt. The Robin Hoodie in the videos always wears gloves, minimizing the risk of leaving fingerprints. Additionally, the videos suggest the involvement of a second cameraman, indicating a possible accomplice. Eugene's motivation. If Eugene is not Robin Hoodie, his reasons for allowing himself to be accused remain unclear. The book suggests a desire to avoid the legal system and a possible fascination with the attention he receives. The real Robin Hoodie. Herbert's confession. The mystery is finally solved when Herbert, a seemingly unassuming character, is apprehended while hijacking a food truck. He confesses to being Robin Hoodie and reveals that Eugene assisted him with internet-related tasks. Herbert's rationale. Herbert explains that he and Eugene shared a fascination with the concept of redistributing wealth, inspired by the legend of Robin Hood. However, while Eugene was hesitant to engage in criminal activity, Herbert took the idea further, evolving from porch piracy to more elaborate heists. Eugene's involvement. Herbert reveals that he enlisted Eugene's help with the operation, primarily with managing the online presence and video editing. Eugene's fingerprints on the UPS truck are explained by his involvement in cleaning the vehicle after the hijacking. Conclusion. The Robin Hoodie mystery highlights the complex interplay between perception and reality. A figure initially perceived as a harmless thief becomes a local folk hero, blurring the lines between criminal activity and social justice. The investigation, initially focused on a seemingly obvious suspect, takes an unexpected turn, revealing a more intricate operation with multiple individuals involved. The resolution of the mystery, while unexpected, provides insight into the motivations and rationalizations of those involved and the complexities of modern vigilantism.
Part 7. Book Highlights. Stephanie's Romantic Dilemma. Stephanie faces two marriage proposals, one from the stable Joe Morelli and the other from the dangerous Ranger, forcing her to choose between stability and excitement. She ultimately chooses and marries Morelli. FTA Cases and a Dark Turn. Alongside typical FTA cases like Bruno Jug, the novel takes a darker turn with Zoran, a supposed vampire who commits violent acts, raising the stakes for Stephanie. The Robin Hoodie Mystery. A modern-day Robin Hood steals from delivery trucks and gives to the poor, creating a moral dilemma and a mystery surrounding their identity, possibly connected to FTA Eugene Fleck. Found family and support. Stephanie's network of friends and family, including Lula, Grandma Mazur, and the bail bond office crew, play a crucial role in supporting her through the chaos. Stephanie's internal conflict. The novel explores Stephanie's desire for a normal life conflicting with her attraction to danger and excitement, leaving her future uncertain despite marrying Morelli.
And there you have it. Now or Never by Janet Evanovich. Have you read it? If so, drop a comment below and let us know what you thought. And if you haven't, does this one sound like a must-read for you? If you enjoyed today's deep dive, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more book deep dives, and share this video with your fellow book lovers. And until next time on Deep Dive with Smart Bookworms, keep reading, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next one.